All right, let's get a light under here. So let's take just a quick second here and get you guys accommodated with our to-do list, what we need to do here. First things first, it is something that has to be done. As you guys saw earlier, this thing needs a starter in a bad way. Bendix doesn't hardly engage at all anymore. And I got it to get this thing started 90% of the time. I've got to get under there and beat on the starter. I'm waiting on that. I'm hoping that's going to show up tomorrow. Secondly, a handful of these things are just us robbing parts off of this motor. So these valve covers, for instance, I'm stealing these. I've got a set of taller Mickey Thompson valve covers that we're going to be swapping out on here. Stealing these valve covers for my dad's 65 Impala, which you guys will be seeing in probably the next video coming up. That motor's going to get a little bit of a fluff and buff. Next thing we're talking about is this Gilmer drive. I am pulling this big-ass Gilmer drive off of here because I've got bigger and better plans for it. It is going to be going on my small block 350 build, which you guys will be seeing later on the channel. We're going to convert this old girl back to the original pulleys and the original V-belt system, just because it's more practical for this thing and the kind of driving I do for it. So along with the Gilmer drive, instead of pulling this pulley off of here that I had to kind of retrofit, and I don't really want to take it off because I'm afraid I won't ever get it back on anything, I just ordered a new alternator for this thing. So this old girl will be getting a new alternator, and we're just going to take this along with the aftermarket bracket from ICT to mount it to the head. Because we won't be needing it, because I'm also getting rid of the headers. I put these on here, again, with visions of grandeur of doing cool things. I had to beat the ever-loving hell out of these things to get them to fit. It's louder than piss and almost unbearable to drive. And I've lit my in-laws' yard on fire at least once with a solid backfire. That'll be the other project, so we're kind of robbing a whole bunch of this stuff for other projects and to convert to more practical things. So, now that you kind of have an idea of what's going on with the cardboard list, I'm going to get just a couple of preliminary things ready tonight. Good buddy of mine, Domonic, coming over. He's going to give me a hand with this thing. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow night. Alright guys, well, it is the next day. Dom's not going to be here for a little while yet, but we're going to go ahead and get started on some of the smaller stuff. I'm going to start pulling pulleys off, because really the biggest thing I need Dom's help for, and I don't want to keep him here super late, is that exhaust system. I got to get all the front stuff off, pulleys and all that good stuff, to make getting at the headers a little easier, because I'll have to get those unbolted. Let's dig in. My pal Dom's here to give me a hand. He works at a bus garage, so he works on much larger shit than this all day long, so this should be no problem for you, right?
We hope.
I mean, we'll see. So, since I got my extra pair of hands here, we're gonna get these headers off and start working on the exhaust, because that's a big project by myself and without a lift. If I had a lift, it wouldn't be a big deal, but since we're doing this on jacks and on the floor, I'm going to use this guy while I got him, so let's jump right into that.
It's like I use the caveman first thing. He goes, what do you mean? Just a... just a grunt.
That guy right there. Beautiful. Well, set the camera down, Mitch. Let's get this done. Out with the old and in with the old, I guess. I forgot how much I really had to just give these the merciless beating to get these to fit. I think I even cut the frame rail a little bit, but don't tell anybody that. It's alright. I mean, it's not like this truck is pushing a lot of torque anyway. Not like I'm gonna twist the frame coming off the line or anything, certainly. And bonus points, these these gaskets are in really good shape, and we're actually gonna reuse these. Let's get straight to that. So I can hold this end up if you wanna. If you need to slide that one into the inside hole too, I can get that. I can get that other one at a later date, unless you got her already. There we go. I get to get a hex head socket for that one, but that'll do, donkey. Let's get this thing up in the air and start rolling around on our backs underneath it. Alright. Well, after a scavenger hunt of looking for nuts that fit the manifolds, because, you know, I didn't save any of them, we're back in business. There we go. Okay, just stay there for me. There you go. You're damn near like right where the original...
Oh yeah, no, I'm on it. I'll start nutting. No. Get your mind out of the gutter. You got yourself all hooked up. Look at you.
Oh, my eyes!
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, my eyes! Can't see nothing.
Oh no, I made a grave error. There we go.
Oh no!
Oh dude, you just get to go fucking vertical.
On that one anyway. Well, job done. I think that's gonna about probably do it for us tonight. I don't need to keep Dominic here any later than he has to be, but I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for the help.
no big deal.
This won't be the last time you'll see Dom, I promise. We got the headers off, manifolds back on it. They look really good, all painted up like that. And then we actually got the full exhaust ran all the way under there again, so it'll actually be bearable to drive. So that would not have gotten done tonight had it been just me, so appreciate you, brother. I will see you guys again probably tomorrow. We'll wrap up some of the other piddly stuff that we got going on. Factory pulleys, we'll get the valve covers on, got to put the new alternator on, stuff like that. And I'm still waiting on my starter, so hopefully that shows up here in the next day or two. We can get that on and then wrap this project up. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Welcome back, you guys. Another day working on the C10 here. A few things we got to get wrapped up under the hood. First things first, we got to get the original pulleys put back on it, and we got to get the alternator put back on it, and then I can measure to go get a new V-belt. I didn't want to purchase one just yet because I didn't want to, you know, buy the wrong one and then have to make trips, and it's just annoying. So, and also good news, my starter came. So we got the new starter to put in here. So we will get this thing up in the air. We'll get the new starter put in it tonight as well. And if all goes well and we get all that done, we'll be able to fire it up and I can kind of hear how this exhaust sounds again. Let's jump right in. Alright, pulleys and alternator installed. I successfully got the measurement I needed for a new V-belt. So I'm going to head on into town and see if the parts store got a V-belt for me. Back from the parts store with a belt. I got the only 55-inch belt that they had. By the looks of it, it's essentially a lawnmower belt. But that's fine. Should do what we need it to do, huh? I mean, we're just driving a water pump and an alternator. She's a little fat. He's a little bit fat. Done. It's a lawnmower belt, but it'll do. I mean, it'll turn the water pump and the alternator. And that's all I ask. All right. Well, that is everything under the hood. Done. Pulleys swapped out. New alternator put on with the original mounting bracket. Freshed up the valve covers. Shined up our air cleaner. I took a few minutes off camera and rerouted all of the spark plug wires again. We got all those back on. So there's only one thing left to do, and I have been procrastinating, but we have got to put a starter in this thing. The new one finally showed up, so it's getting dark out, so I'd like to wrap all this up tonight. Let's get this thing back up in the air so I can get back underneath it, and we'll get this starter swapped out. Alright, this has admittedly been taking much longer than is probably necessary. There's been some retrofitting and some wires that were kind of off. And now I've got an eyelet on one of these starter wires that the eyelet is not large enough for the stud that's coming off of the starter, so we're going to make it the right size. Okay, well that works too, I guess. Broke the end of my eyelet right off. Son of a bitch! Now we get to put a new eyelet on. So let's do that now. Alright. Well, I think she's all wired up. After snapping off that eyelet, we got a new eyelet on it and got her all wired up. So I guess moment of truth here. Let's get in the cab and let's bump the starter and I don't know, as Derek would say, let's see if she burns down. Oh God, we're in gear. Heads up. Look at that. Sounds like she could use the tape. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Rusty Wrencher. We got a ton of it done. We got it converted back over to the original pulley system, V-belt, new alternator. Got the valve covers cleaned up, put back on there. But the biggest thing we got the ram's head exhaust back on it with the full exhaust system. It's actually bearable to drive again. I'm happy with that. Hope you guys are too. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will see you in a couple weeks again for the next episode of Rusty Wrencher. Stay safe and stay rusty.